Hello everyone, this is Abhinay Kumar Singh and I'm from Computer Science and Engineering Department. Today the topic on which I'm gonna talk is .NET Framework. It will be an introduction of .NET Framework, and here you will get to know its benefits, its components, the basic components, and why we choose .NET Framework and why developers find it very comfortable with this environment. Let's proceed. Before proceeding with our topic, that is .NET Framework, let's trace some history about .NET. It is a software development platform developed by Microsoft, and we know that it runs on the Microsoft operating system. In July 2000, Microsoft announced a completely new software development framework for Windows called .NET, and it was developed for the Professional Developer Conference, that is PDC. After its initial testing and feedback, Microsoft announced the first beta of .NET, that is Beta 1, and Beta 1 itself got a lot of attention from the developer community, and the developers started liking it through based on like its features were really great. Right after that, Microsoft decided to announce Beta 2, and it incorporated many changes suggested by the developers community and internals into the software. Beta Beta phase lasted for approximately 2 years, and finally in March 2002, Microsoft releases its final version of the .NET framework. Uh, till that, Microsoft started improvising, and it's still doing its best to improvise it. Now, what is a .NET? .NET means nothing but the internet, and it is a web-based infrastructure. Like it basically works on the internet and something related to that. It delivers softwares as web services based on XML. Now here web services means it is a piece of software that makes available over the internet and uses a standardized XML messaging service. Now what is, you might be thinking, what is XML? So I would give a brief idea about that. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, and it is similar to HTML, which was designed to store and transport data. All right. So, and the web services that are something that runs on the web server and communicate with other applications. And next is the .NET will run on any browser, on any platform. It is the infrastructure for the new Microsoft .NET platform. Now coming back to our topic, that is .NET Framework. It is a very essential component of the Windows operating system that helps a developer in creating applications by integrating multiple different languages. And some of the major languages here developers used are C Sharp, Visual Basic, Java Sharp, or C++, etc. The main objective here is .NET provides complete guidelines that can be used to develop a wide range of applications. The applications from web to mobile to window-based applications. Now, this platform consists of a virtual environment system called a common language runtime, or we commonly use the term CLR, and a set of class libraries. We will be talking about these two terms a bit in brief in later slides. So here, .NET Framework, it also enables developers to create a shareable component, or we can say a shareable applications that can be used in a distributed computing architecture. It supports multiple programming languages, and ultimately it gives us the advantage with language interoperability. That means that each languages can use the code written in some other languages. It is completely comfortable with any language. All right. Now what are the benefits of .NET framework? See, there are tons of benefits of using .NET frameworks, and some of those we will discuss here. The first one is a consistent programming model. We know that .NET supports object oriented programming model. So it provides a consistent OOP model across different languages. This model also used to create programs performing different tasks, connecting to and retrieving data from databases and reading from and writing to files. It is a cross-platform support. Now the cross-platform, by this term we mean that it is a type of software that works on multiple operating system, or we can say devices. Here platform refers to Windows, Mac OS, or Android or iOS, and any Windows platform that supports CLR, that is a common language runtime, can execute .NET applications, and it enables interoperability between multiple operating system, but the operating system should be Windows. All right. The next benefit is language interoperability. Here it enables code written in multiple languages interacts with each other irrespective of what language we use. They are ultimately they're gonna interact with each other. It is one of its major advantage, and it also allows a reusability of code, and ultimately it improves the efficiency of the development process. For example, Visual Basic class can be inherited in C Sharp and vice versa. Now the fourth one is automatic management of resources. Now here .NET provides a feature called CLR, which is a common language runtime that automatically trace the resources such as files, memories, or we can say a database connections. All right. So usage and relieves the users from the task of manually managing the resources. Ease of deployment. So this .NET makes the deployment very easy. In .NET, applications are deployed in the form of assemblies. Now you might be thinking, what are assemblies? These assemblies are nothing but a common language infrastructure, which we commonly say the CLI. It is developed by Microsoft, and it is a compiled code library that are used for deployment, versioning, and security. All right. So these assemblies are basically used to store information about different versions of a single component used by the application. Now let's talk on some of the components of .NET framework, or we can say its architecture. So here we have counted four, but the upper two are the most important components of .NET framework, that are common language runtime and the class library, and the third one is the language specification, and the fourth and the last one is type system. So talking on the common language runtime, it is a executing engine for the .NET. It provides a runtime environment. We call it as common language runtime. It provides an environment to run all the programs of .NET. The code which runs under the CLR is called as managed code. CLR also provides memory management, and it deals with thread management. It's used garbage collector to manage the allocations and release of memory for an application. Now here what CLR does is compilers, the language compilers, for example C Sharp or VB.NET or Java Sharp, will convert the code and programs to Microsoft Intermediate Language, often called as MSIL. In turn, this will be converted to native code by CLR, and these things might sound a bit weird, but it will be cleared by through this diagram. Let's see here we can see that these two are languages, okay, and its compilers are VB.NET compiler and C Sharp compiler. Its work is to convert its program or its code into an AMSIL, that is Microsoft Intermediate Language. Now the common language runtime, or we can say JIT, that is just in time. It is a compiler. What it does, it will convert the MSIL, that is Microsoft Intermediate Language, into its native code. All right, it is its major work. I think it will now it's clear what is the job of this common language runtime. Then the next features, or next I'm so sorry the next component is class library. It is nothing but it is a library which contains lots of pre-written code. It is designed to integrate with the Common Language Runtime, that is CLR, and this library gives the program access to runtime environments. It consists of lots of pre-written codes that all the applications created in VB.NET and Visual Studio.NET will ultimately use those pre-written codes from that library. For example, system.data namespace, it contains all the functionalities available for accessing database. And the another example is system.data.sql client. It provides all the functionalities that are specific to SQL server. The third component is language specification, or we can say common language specification. It is nothing but the specification that contains all the rules that supports language integration, and programs written in any language supported by .NET can interoperate with one another. And it's one of the very important benefit also. It enables developer to take advantage of OOP concepts such as inheritance, polymorphism, and exception handling. The last component is system type. Like it specifies some guidelines for declaring and using and managing types at runtimes. It helps in cross-language communication, type safety, and high performance execution of code by establishing a framework. It ensures a proper interaction between objects of different language. All right, so these terms are very easy and easy to understand, of course. Now, what are the reason why developers are using .NET for building an application? Like some of the very basic reasons developers, focus on are because .NET provides improved reliability, it increases the performance, at the same time developers productivity. Powerful, it has a powerful security and integration with existing system. It provides ease of deployment, mobility support, XML service support over 20 sorry here it supports more than 36 programming languages. It is very much flexible with data access. These are some of the reasons why developers used developer uses .NET for building applications. Now, in conclusion, we can say that after its original release in 2000, .NET became a foundation for the majority of the new Windows applications, and it has surely been a success for Microsoft, for its customers. For people who use it, this technology qualifies as one more step towards the ultimate goal of producing the best possible software in the least amount of time. It also has a high growth prospect in the future. The person with prior experience in this field is highly in demand. Today, ASP.NET, which is an open source web framework for .NET, is one of the most popular and leading web application development framework, and which are especially used for creating dynamic website. And there are millions of the developers in India, and same as companies who provide the service of ASP.NET. And it can help in creating different categories, including the development of business websites, social networking websites, and content management channels. One can even create a portal which can help solutions related to e-commerce and payment gateway integrations. In conclusion, there are tons of advantages, as I've said earlier, that .NET offers. These features make it popular among clients as well as programmers. All right. These are some of the references which I have used in order to get some idea about .NET framework. And yeah, thank you. I hope this slide will better help you in future and understanding the process very well. If you have understood anything, just make sure that you like this video. Thank you.